Welcome now, Stock Trades. In this video, we're going to go ahead and analyze the Lululemon stock. Now, personally, I really like this stock. I own a bunch of Lululemon brand, and I do believe they have a moat. They're better than Nike, and they're better than all the other workout fitness. They have a huge moat in brand awareness in regards to yoga, working out, to the gym. And you find it more in the upper class, but it's gotten to a point where it has kind of like an iPhone style appeal where even the lower socioeconomic sector purchases Lululemon in order to say, hey, I got some money, right? So it has that type of mentality. I'm going like this, right? Right? Because, if you know me, you know me, right? But the thing is, you always have to ask yourself, is this a good value? Has this stock essentially dropped enough? As you can see right now, the highest that we've seen the stock was $485. And that was in the fusion frenzy, right? That was happening right around here. The question you have to ask yourself is, has this stock dropped enough? I mean, this stock has dropped literally around 37% to 40% from all-time highs. Even more if you count the intraday, right? So the question is, has this dropped enough? And is it going to continue to keep dropping, right? So that is the whole purpose of finding the intrinsic value of a company. You like a company, the problem is, how do you get in, when to get in, and when to get out? And that requires analysis of financial statements. So within our brain machine, we can get access to these financial data from Lululemon. I can just very quickly show an example here. So if you are part of our program from our mastering course, you can just follow along here. But really quickly, if you look at the cash annual statement of cash flows for Lululemon download, you could just type in literally Lululemon, the ticker symbol, and all you do is pretty much hit the download button, and then it'll give you an Excel spreadsheet where you can just open up, and then it'll give you the financial data. So now looking at this, I went ahead and graphed this. So let's break this down. So this is the financial data all the way from 2004 until the current year of 2022, as you can see in the x-axis here. So just really quickly, just to break this down, the revenue, net income, gross profit ratio, EPS diluted, you can get from the income statement. Now, the net income you can also get from the statement of cash flows, but the issue here is the free cash flow, right? You would have to calculate that out. Now, normally, Brain Machine, we give it to you. We pre-calculate it out for you. But it's normally cash flow from operating activities subtracted from CapEx, right? But we just give it to you here to make it easier for you because it's one less calculation. Now, if you look at the gross profit ratio really quickly here, you can see that it has been, when you have a company like this, it's extremely profitable. This is really great. And this is why a lot of institutions, I think 70, 80% of institutions hold Lulu because it's such a damn good business, right? And it's ever so increasing, and they've been oscillating from this angle. In terms of the EPS diluted, I like diluted because it already pre-accounts those shares that are going to be coming in. You can see that it has just been on a rampage. This is exactly what you want to see in a company like this. Now, if you hover over to the revenue has been growing ever so slightly. I mean, look at it. It's like literally going to the moon. The net income is amazing. It's literally growing in the right place, and the free cash flow. So this company is extremely profitable. So what we're going to be doing here, because even if you see this, from what it looks like, and a normal retail investor would say, it's great, let me buy, right? But what you would need to do first is you would need to calculate the intrinsic value. And that's the step up where you would have to understand these calculations and understand how to do these things and make sure your calculations are set exactly to, as let's say if Warren Buffett was to basically want to buy into the stock. So you have to determine whether it's overvalued, undervalued, or at fair value. So we're going to be taking these calculations, the net income from 2017 to the current year. We're going to find the growth rate. We're going to divide by the number of outstanding shares, and here's the average free cash flow, which I just basically took the average the last 5 years. Now, this is data from 2004, and if you hover all the way here to 2022, now, again, we just took the last 5 years. You can see it here from 2017 and on. So we're going to go in and go to our website, allstocktrades.com, go to our intrinsic value software. We're going to go ahead and click on this here. Let it load. We're going to exit this out here so we can see more of the picture. On average, the average free cash flow, which is right here, we are going to be putting 506. Again, these numbers are in millions, so we're going to have 506. Let me go ahead and hit the question mark here, 506. And for 2017, we're going to look at numbers from 2017 and 2022. We had 303 here. Again, these numbers are in millions. And 975 for the current. 975. So this company is growing at 26%. And if you look at the shares outstanding, about 127.64 million. So 127.64 million. You can get that directly from our website as well. So as you can see here, the bear is $148. The base is $202. And the bull is $293. Now, if you look at Lululemon right now, it is trading directly $293.39. It is literally right on the dot for our bull case. Now, 293.93. So 293.93. And I just put it here. This will, sorry, I got to put it in the current share price here, 293.93. And we can put the Lulu. And what this does is it calculates the percent upside. So we can essentially see, like how much money can we make. So based off of these criterias and values, I expect Lululemon is at its fair value. So if you were to purchase this and the company continues with this trajectory, you can enjoy possibly a 10% increase, but there isn't a margin of safety, right? You don't, man, that's just a good analogy that I heard before. I got to think about it. Possibly in the next video, I can remember it. But you can see this is literally at fair value. You don't want to purchase a stock that's literally right at fair value. I wouldn't do it, again, in my personal opinion, because if, let's say, they butcher something or if there's a recession, there's just a lot more downside risk. I personally, if this stock does go down to the 202 range, $148 range, I am a total buyer of the stock. I cannot wait for it to go down that low. It's, as you can see, it's been holding up pretty damn well. Now, it has gone up to $485, which is why the intrinsic value calculation can protect you, because for someone who doesn't understand stocks, they see this stock going up, they see the numbers are amazing, everyone's talking great about it. Honestly, let's just look at the news right now for Lulu, just really quickly. I'm curious. Lululemon stock down 30% this year. Is it time to buy a Lululemon? See, all these monthly fools and all this Lululemon price targets 450, outperform. That's what I'm saying. You get all of these opinions, right? And, it's just they give you this kind of the stock price. It's down, whatever, what is it, 30%. Is it time to buy? That's not how you should be approaching stocks. I mean, if you haven't realized, I did not look at the price of the stock until after I did my calculation. This stock is overvalued right now, and from a fundamental value play, this is not a good buy right now. I love it. I mean, I would buy clothes from them. I love them, right? But their stock is, it's overvalued right now. You can purchase it, but if something goes wrong, there is more downside. I personally like to get a better value for it. Now, if you enjoyed this video and enjoyed this protective content that's very educational, please consider subscribing, liking, commenting what you liked about this analysis. Furthermore, if you want to do your own analysis like this with step-by-step video instruction and access to all of our intrinsic value softwares, our brain machine that gives you access to over 30 years of data, you can find this information at the Al Stock Trades website at alstocktrades.com. There'll be a link down below. We have been featured on Bloomberg, NASDAQ, Benzinga, Yahoo Finance, and many other reputable websites because our product works. Likewise, we also have a beautiful competition. So if you do use our link down below for Moomoo, not only will you be getting 10 free stocks, you also you have to comment down your YouTube name saying, hey, I applied for this and I followed the instructions and I deposited at least 100. You'll be entered for our raffle to get a full year of Al Stock Alerts for free, and you'll be entering our raffle. So we always try to make this fun. We try to give back to our community. We love each and every one of you, and I will see you on the next one.